Make yourself feel good and feel better. All right? Come on over to stevebryan.com today. All right. Welcome to another edition of Fired Up Friday. All right. So today we're going to be doing another artist spotlight. So this will be artist spotlight number 2. The last one was so awesome that I was like, wow, cannot wait that much longer to do another one. There's so many cool artists out there. But I do like to limit it to like 5 per spotlight so that we can focus on it. All right. So today's spotlight, these are the 5 artists that we're going to focus on. And then I will also go to their links and everything. But we have Stony Gate, who have something coming out October 22nd. So it's coming up Friday. You got to pre-save it, Fake Film Score. And then we have Logan Thomas, who has Used to Be, that's coming out October 22nd. So those 2 you definitely got to pre-save. Then we have Alex Hahn, which is cool. Then we have Ari Welcome, who goes by Avatari. And then we have Z Sonic. So I'm going to talk about all 5 of these people. We're going to take a visit to their sites. This is going to be a cool, awesome edition. All right. So let's get it going. Let's get started here. All right. So first one, Stonygate. I have her link tree here. Now her link tree is Linktree, linktr.ee/Stonygate. So we're going to take a look at Stonygate. She has some awesome music. She's also a producer as well, from the UK. Pretty awesome. So I'm definitely planning on doing some collaborations with her in the future. But here, if you go to her link tree, that's where you can pre-save my fake film score. That's what she called it, my fake film score. And also on her link tree, you have other things like you have the Survival album. You also have Sleepwalker. And then you have like the Underground, which is a single. Sleepwalker is an album. And then also she's on Spotify, Pandora, and Deezer. So you definitely want to go to Spotify and check her out as well. Like on Spotify. Oh, it didn't come up. 1 second here. On Spotify, she's her playlist is called Chilled Trip Hop. Not hip hop, but trip hop. Here it is. Opening up to it now so you can see it. Chilled Trip Hop. So you got to check it out. It's on the link. So it's pretty cool. All right. And then she also has Pandora and Deezer. So with Stoney's music, like from what I've heard, especially like the things that she does to to work on licensing and to get into films, like the song I heard was like this real atmospheric, um, driving type of song. It's on the darker side, but it's not like overly dark, but it's more of like make you think kind of dark and make you it goes perfect in one of those film or TV shows that if somebody's about to go rob something or something bad is about to happen or some excitement, it's like this real drive of the song that I've heard of hers, and it was pretty cool. So she's really smart. Great producer. So, and artist as well too. So definitely pre-save is coming up. All right. So we have her. Then the next one we have next on the list is Logan Thomas. All right. Logan Thomas, he performs live quite a bit. And he has this it's almost like this combination of like a Shawn Mendes, and if you sprinkle in a little bit of Bruno Mars, and you sprinkle in a little bit of any like pop acoustic, just real soothing sounding voice, That's Logan Thomas for you. And he has a pre-save for Used to Be. I actually heard Used to Be because I'm on his email list. and he sent it out early to everyone on his email list and texting list. Used to Be is a really, really, really cool song. I like it. It's real, even though it's like pop acoustic indie artists, it doesn't sound like bubblegum pop. It has depth to it. Like, I like the words and how he goes about writing things because it's like his words are very, it means something. So it's not shallow. So I really, really, really like that. And he's just an awesome person overall. Really, really nice guy. Um, his website is Logan Thomas. He does play private shows, weddings, things like that, mostly in the Southeast, but I'm sure I can't speak for him, but from what I know about him, he's probably negotiable if you want him to come to your part of the country. But you definitely got to check out Logan Thomas. Really, really cool artist. I mean, he does a lot of live shows on his Facebook too, and it's really cool because you get to hear him, play that electronic guitar, and then and then he's singing, and he sit there right there, tune it right in front of you, do those key changes right in front of you. Really, really cool person. He also, even though he doesn't do it as much now, he does guitar lessons and things. All of it is on his website. So you definitely got to check out Logan Thomas. Really, really, really cool. All right. And then the next one we have on the list is, it keeps going back to the first artist spotlight. But the next one on the list is Alex Hahn. Now, Alex Hahn, really, really good personality. Really, everybody here have good personalities, or they probably wouldn't be spotlighted. But Alex Hahn, you really have to check out his site, check out his music. I mean, his playing of like the saxophone and stuff like is really, really, really world class. It really is. It's like just the way that he goes about it is as if the instrument is singing to you like a voice. And I had a chance to check out his music really recently. I just discovered him like very, very recently, and he's really, really cool. So definitely check out his stuff. And it's alexhanmusic.com. ALEXHAHN music.com. So that's alexhanmusic.com. And we'll be right back after commercial break. Up Friday will be right back after these messages. Come and get your I Am Strong merch. Make yourself feel good and feel better. All right? Come on over to stevebryan.com today. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So the next artist that we have, he goes by Avatari, but on Instagram he's Ari Welcome. And Ari, in advance, I apologize if I'm saying your last name wrong. I've always just known you as Ari. So, but I have a bad habit of sometimes not saying people's name properly, and I so apologize. Now, he does have like a pre-save thing. I don't know how. It's really on his Instagram. If you just go to Instagram and look up Ari Welcome, ARIWELKOM, is right on his profile. But it's like you can see the link. I'll say the link to you as well. But it's under DistroKid. That's DistroKid.com/hyperfollow. That's HYPERFOLLOW /Avatari /Saturday-night. And as you can see, I can't play it, but you can play it if you go on there. I have to have people permission to play their stuff. So, and they don't even know they're being spotlighted until they see it. So, but this is Saturday Night by Avatari. I've had a chance to play it on the screen. It sounds pretty good. So, but outside of that, you can go to his website, which is go.avatari.com. go.world. So that's go.avatari.world. When we go to his site here, we can see that's it right here. Join the avatars. Ready to join the Avatari family? Join the avatars. There he is, like a rock star, which he is one. So pretty cool. And then the next one that we have is Z Sonic. Now, Z Sonic is pretty cool. Make sure this is. There we go. All right, I thought we lost the screen for a moment. But Z Sonic is pretty cool. He's like a DJ slash music producer. His music is real. It's real hip and real. It's like a combination of like electronic meets hip hop meets trip meets chill meets funny. I heard a song of his recently. It's not released or anything, but he's in the middle of working on it, where he was doing some singing on it, and like it's actually pretty cool. And then when you go to his Instagram, he has all these like DJ sets where he'll have these cool backgrounds. It looks like what's that thing from the 60s, the late 60s? The I can't think of it on the fly. Um, Something festival. God, I can't think of it. What is it? Woodstock. It it reminds me of Woodstock, just how his stuff, because it's so real. But this is Z Sonic. He's also under Linktree. So if you go to Linktree, linktr.ee, and just slash Z as in zebra Sonic. He's on Linktree. You can check out his music on there. You'll see his Instagram, his YouTube, his SoundCloud. It's like all on there. I like his style. It's pretty cool. So those are art. Oh, before I forget, I do need to do an extra shout out to Stevie Saint Armand. I totally messed up her name on the first spotlight, and I just want to tell her I apologize. She definitely got me straight on her Instagram, where she did a post and she politely corrected me. And the only thing I could do is just apologize. But it's Stevie Saint Amon, not Stamon. And I said Stamon, but it's Stevie Saint Amon. And I said to myself, on the next spotlight, I have to give her an extra shout out, because like, I can't believe I screwed that up. So as a redo, we're going to go to her site again. And it's right on there. I just wasn't reading. Stevie Saint Amon. See, I just be knowing people by their first name. I don't think about the last names. I just know Stevie, But it's Stevie Saint Amon. It's right on there, and I just didn't read it. I just, oh, it's so funny. So sorry, Stevie. This is a redo for you. But yeah, these are our 5 artists. So we got Stonygate, Logan Thomas, Alex Hahn, Ari Welcome, and Z Sonic. So I appreciate you joining for today's edition of Artist Spotlight. So my words of wisdom as we come right back from the commercial break. Fired Up Friday will be right back after these messages. Come and get your I Am Strong merch. Make yourself feel good and feel better. All right? Come on over to stevebryan.com today. Now, welcome back. I can never get enough of that commercial. Smooth, all right. So basically, what I want to say, to really, this can go to anybody, but especially to the artists who are on here, who are listening. I want to say to the artists is very important that you stay true to yourself, stay honest with yourself. That's what I like about all these people. You can see the honesty in their work. You can see how they're being true to themselves. All in their work, you can see it. It's totally there. And, one other thing that I want to say, to artists, for whoever's listening, that when you have that freedom to just be who you are, and you get to be creative and connect to what you love, there's a certain freedom to it. And as an artist myself, I can speak to that. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool when people are doing that. So I'm really proud of all these people. And even more, there's so many spotlights that I want to do just to introduce you guys and let you know, like, here's these cool artists that you need to check out if you don't know them already. You may already know them, but all of them are cool. All of their music is cool. So I I had an experience where I was recently talking to someone, and he was asking me my opinion and suggestion about what to do. And I said, okay, well, I'll give you my suggestion since you're asking. And one thing I want to mention, yes, all the social media places, they're cool. It's a cool way to connect to people. You have your TikTok, your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram. All those things are really cool as far as connecting to people. But I just think it's really, really important that as artists, we have our own website. Have a website where your fans can connect, where, they can join an email list or a texting list, some way to stay connected, because we don't own these platforms. They're great platforms. Don't get me wrong. I use all the platforms myself. So I'm in no way speaking against platforms, but I just think that as artists, it's very, very important that we have our own domains. We have our own way of connecting to fans, because, as you know, platforms can go down. I mean, where's MySpace? Just saying. If somebody comes up to you right now and say, oh yeah, I have 10 million fans on MySpace, it's kind of like, that's not TikTok. But there was a point of time that MySpace was the jam. So platforms can come, they can go. You just never know. They're great to connect to in the moment, but it's very important to, if you don't know already, to build your own platforms as well. And so here's what I want to do. I'm going to do this because I didn't even plan to do this. I'm actually doing it on a whim. I'm going to bring the screen back up, and I want to bring up a couple things. Now, there's plenty of places out there that you can get your own domain. Plenty of places. One of my favorites is GoDaddy. And the reason why is because they're very straightforward. They It's pretty straightforward. If you want to find your domain, you can pretty much go on there. It comes with privacy protection. So it's not like people are going to see your information. It's not like people are going to see like your email address. Like if they're looking up the domain, you can get what's called privacy protection. And with GoDaddy, it's actually free. Well, as of the time I'm saying this, is free. They still have it on there that you can add it as a charge, but I know for a fact that is free, because, and what it does is, as you register your domain, then you can, if somebody tries to, contact you, it'll send it to like a proxy email, and then they'll send it to you. And that's like a form of protection, especially as your domain gets more and more popular and as you grow your audience. It's always going to be those people out there that is like, ooh, do I need security? Like, do I actually need security? And so, and so, and so, what you want to do is really have that privacy domain, privacy protection on your domain, and plus, it's your brand. So when you're and if you already know this, great. But this is for anybody who don't know this, because one thing that I've discovered over and over: if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, it's new to you. But once you know, then you know. So I always am open to information personally, because I don't know everything and I learn something new like all the time. And so this is just information for people that don't know. Now, one other thing that I recommend, if it's available, try to get all your domains and your names to match. Your names on if you haven't already grown your audience to where they know you already, you want to have everything match up. You want to have like your TikTok, your Twitter, your Facebook, whatever, have all. Now, if it's not available, it's just not available, and that's okay. But at least try to have it matching up. And so that's another thing. Now, here's a little cool. I'll find it first while I'm talking, and then I'll bring it back up. But there's this cool tool called Name Checker, and what Name Checker, I find it to be sort of accurate, almost accurate. Um, it's accurate for everything except for Twitter. Looks like they've changed. They have a couple of name checkers out there, but I'll show you the one that I've used. Here we go. Let me just make sure that this is right, because for some reason, it looks like they've changed the interface. But I'll show you exactly what it is here. And basically, let me talk about it first. But Name Checker is where you can check and see if your name is taken on the different platforms. Like, here it is on the screen now. And the website is namechk.com. I know there's some other ones out there, and you can also manually check as well. But what it does is you'll check the availability of the domain names. Like, for example, let me just put in McDonald's. I don't know, just put in something. As you can see, then you check You're Not a Robot. It'll tell you, okay, it's taken. Those names are registered. .com, .net, .me. Then also it'll show you the different usernames on all the different platforms. Like, it's taken there, it's taken there, it's taken there. It's available on Reddit. That's surprising. But you can see, and as you're looking up a name and you're trying to come up with your name, if you don't have a name already, or even if you do have a name, this is a way for you to check. What I make a practice of doing, I'll register, even if I'm not using a platform. Even in the past, I've registered any platform that I'm interested in caring about. I'll have a username. I mean, I even have a Snapchat, but I don't use it. It's like 0 followers because I never use it. I've never put it up anywhere. But I have it so that no one else gets that name, and in case I ever decide to use it. So, but you just have, these are just steps you take. You get your domain, and then you also get, check and make sure you have all your usernames. Now, another recommendation that I want to give for anyone who cares to know is it's very important to have a way to collect emails. It's very important. I'll give you like 3 recommendations, and then I'll tell you which one I personally use. Fired Up Friday will be right back after these messages. Are you ready to be a better you? Visit theabundantlion.com today. Now, one of your really, really famous ones is Mailchimp. I don't use Mailchimp. I've used them before. It's nothing against them or anything. It's just I have certain features and things that I like in email lists. But you do have like Mailchimp. This is their website, mailchimp.com. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and this still should be accurate, at least at the time of me on here showing it to you, that they have a free version. So a free version. So if you don't want to pay right now and you want to, save some cash, you can start off free. I believe it's free until 500. But again, I'm not 100% on that information. That's just the last thing I've heard about it. That is free until like 500 subscribers, and then you have to pay. But at least it's something. You want to have a way of collecting emails, because when you have your audience that want to connect to you, then that's what other way? Because really on the platforms, on the different social media platforms, it's not really a way for them to keep following up. They have to go and wait until you post something. You want to be able to connect to your audience even if you're not posting something. And then another good one is Convertkit. Now, Convertkit, I used to use FanBridge a lot. and I still have some FanBridge, but ConvertKit bought them out. And I'm actually in the middle of changing over everyone from my FanBridge over to the one that I use now. But I'm going to tell you what I like about ConvertKit. Um, ConvertKit has a lot of workshops. So if you're someone that wants to get started on emails and things like that, go to ConvertKit. I attend a lot of their workshops when I have time, and then when I don't have time, they do have replays. But Angel over at ConvertKit, she's awesome. I do plan on doing some coaching work with her because I like her energy. I like her style. Like, she's pretty cool. She's really, really awesome. And every week she gives these workshops, different things like how to make a good email list, or a lot of different how to's. And you really have to register and sign up because they're only available for 72 hours after she gives them. They're really powerful information. I'm telling you, it's really powerful. Like, if I wasn't so involved with what I'm using now, I probably would bring everything back over to ConvertKit. But keep in mind, I had FanBridge, and then FanBridge converted it over to ConvertKit, and I just so much going on that I'm like, I can't figure out how to use ConvertKit right now. I need to kind of, but if I didn't wasn't so involved with the next one that I'm going to show you, I would actually go to ConvertKit because I like the fact that they're constantly giving out good information for the community. They're there for the community. I may use them in the future. I just have to see how their automation stuff works out. So that's ConvertKit. And then um, the one I currently use right now is Activecampaign. That's another good one, Activecampaign. And what I like about Activecampaign, everything is just so user friendly. It's really, really, really user friendly. Like, there's no reason that you can't figure them out if you decide to use them. I like them for their automations because, yes, I do actually send out emails every week, but I prepare those things way ahead of time. And it's just so easy. Like, when somebody joins my email family, I have it all set up in Activecampaign. It alerts me, and I send out a welcome video, a personalized welcome video every time somebody joins because my audience means the world to me. I'm here to serve them. And I don't care how many, I have a lot of people on my email list, but I'm very engaged every week with them. And I don't care how much time it takes me. I take the time to do personalized videos. Sometimes, depending on how many people join, it might take me a while. I may not get to them all the same day, but I make a point to take time because it does matter and it does mean something. And I'm here to serve my audience. So those are the three that I would recommend: either Mailchimp, ConvertKit, or Activecampaign. And let me tell you another thing about going back to ConvertKit for a moment. Even if you don't have them, you can still sign up for their workshops. I really like, as a company, I like ConvertKit because how they give the weekly workshops, they remind me of like how I treat my audience. I give my audience something every week. So it's not like, hey, I'm only hitting you up because I want you to just hear my song. No, it's more of like, here's some tips, here's some information for you. And that's just what I like, so um yeah, so Activecampaign is pretty cool. And once you have your website, once you have, sorry, once you have your domain name, if you don't have a domain, there are a couple of places that you can go to, and I'll tell you what I think. Uh, and what I think is just what I think. That's just my opinion. But let me bring this up for you. Now, the first one is Banzoogle. Um, I used to use them. I don't use them anymore, but I actually did used to use Banzoogle. They're really designed for musicians. Now, one thing that I have said to them is that it would be nice if they had the ability to have like some profession. Not, how do I say this? Because they're not bad. I'm in no way knocking Banzoogle down. I've used them. You see what I mean? But sometimes it's like sometimes some of their templates and the things that they have, it just wasn't what I was personally looking for. So it's some good. There's plenty of articles. There's like this article out that compares the different website places. And, but one good thing I will say about Banzoogle, they really are designed for like if you're an artist, a music artist, they have a lot of tools that a lot of other places don't have for music artists. A lot of tools for that. So, and they are owned by CD Baby. So, they are there for the artists. Nothing against them. I've used them for quite a bit. I did change from them some time ago, and again, the only reason I personally changed from them is because they didn't have certain template looks that I wanted. I wanted to change my template looks. So that was it. And I even sent that in to them and say, hey, I'm going over to this place for my websites now because, you know, it would be nice if you either had these templates or have a way that we can customize templates to kind of look a certain way. And, it is what it is. I don't know if they've taken those recommendations. Maybe they're going to have a lot of people tell them that. But you have that. Now, Banzoogle is really great if you don't know anything about coding, you don't know anything about that. It's really like a lot of drag and dropping, so you don't have to have any advanced coding experience. I don't have any coding experience. Like I learned what I needed to learn, but you don't have to know code is what I'm saying. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. And now, of course, you have WordPress as well. I've tried WordPress before. WordPress, you really do have to kind of learn some more advanced coding. Maybe it's changed since I've used it, but I really find it difficult for work to use WordPress if you don't know some coding. It's a lot involved. But on the flip side, you can customize as much as you want on WordPress. But if you're looking for just drag and drop, Banzoogle would be the better choice in my opinion than WordPress. So and of course, WordPress, I'll go to their site just for the sake of, boom, you have WordPress. Now, maybe they have templates or they're different now, but, I tried them a few years ago. I just found it to be very time consuming. But WordPress, as they're advertising on their site, welcome to the world's most popular website builder. Maybe it's good for other categories. I just know as a music artist, I want to spend more time on creating and not time on coding. But I'm not knocking them down. Anytime I give an opinion, it's just been from my experience. It doesn't mean that my way is the only way or, the way that you have to go. It doesn't mean that. I'm just sharing my experience. And I just like to do things in an efficient manner. That's how I'm able to do a lot of things. How am I able to do this podcast, be an artist, sing, produce, art, or motivational speaking? I do all these things, and plus I do have help, so I will say that as well. But even if I didn't have help, I'm very efficient. I like to do things to where I can do things very efficiently, to where it's not going to consume a lot of my time unless it's something. It's different if I'm, working on a new song. Yes, that's going to time consume, but that's in the creative element. But if I'm working on a website, unless I get someone to work on a website, and even when I have someone work on a website, I still like to know what to do, because what if I want to change? What if I want to go in there and quickly make an edit? You need to know how to do it. And now the one that I use now, that I like, is Squarespace, and I'm going to tell you why I like them. It's really three big reasons why I love Squarespace. What is wrong with me today? Not Squareface, Squarespace. But here's the three reasons of why I like Squarespace. Number one, super easy to use. Actually, it's four reasons. I just thought about it. Number one, they're really, really super easy to use. Like, you literally don't have to know any coding. Now, if you want to do some extra special things on your website, you might have to do an internet search, a Google search on how to. But most of the time, any coding that you have to know will it'll be something specific. Like I want a landing page to look this way. Then you might just have to find the coding for how to remove landing page, and you just pretty much copy and paste. I mean, Squarespace makes it so easy. All you have to do is literally insert the code block and insert. I may do a whole episode just about building a website. I may not. Now, here's another reason I like Squarespace. Let's say that you want someone else to build the website for you, but you still want control. You can actually assign website builders to your Squarespace. I don't know if you can on not Convertkit. I was on WordPress or Banzoogle. I can't remember if you can or not. I don't think you can on Banzoogle, and I'm not sure on WordPress. But I know on Squarespace, you can actually assign, people who they won't have the right to take your site down. But if you want them to develop and edit, you can approve permissions and then disable permissions if you want, like approve it when they're building it, but disable it. And I like that because you can actually know what's going on with your site. All right. Now, another reason I like Squarespace, they have beautiful templates. Like is they're real fresh. They have it for all businesses, but it's real fresh. I do miss some of the features that Banzoogle had for musicians. Squarespace don't quite have that, but with a little workaround, you can find alternate ways to deal with that. Another thing I like about Squarespace is really easy to integrate stuff. Like, let's say, for example, you have Mailchimp and you want to create like an email landing page, then you simply just put in like form as you're creating it and you can connect it to your Mailchimp. So it's kind of cool. Then you can also connect it to Google Sheets if you want your email. If you don't have an email listing, Google Sheets is free. You just go to sheets.google.com and you can actually have your Squarespace emails go to your Google Sheets. So at least you're building your emails. And then when you get like a paid email provider at a different time, like Activecampaign or Mailchimp or whatnot, or Convertkit, then at that time, what you can do at that time is import your spreadsheet to your email provider. And then you'll have all that. So I think that's really cool. Now, let's say you have something like Activecampaign. They don't have a integration directly for Activecampaign, but what I do like is they have you can connect it through this thing called Zapier. I call it Zaps, but it's Zapier, and I'll tell you about them right now. It's Zapier. Zapier is a way to where you can connect different platforms to your Zaps, to your websites and things. And so Zapier is pretty cool because, like, let's say you have a website like Squarespace that don't have a direct integration for what you want, then you can connect the Zap, and every time someone signed up, it'll automatically put it into, like, let's say Activecampaign. It can, you can tag where they're coming from. Like, for example, in my case, I have, Steve Ryan, which is my main music site. And then I have Steve Ryan Acting for all the people who know me through acting. And then I also have The Abundant Lion for my motivational stuff. And when someone joins the email list on any of those things, it'll, and let's say it sends me an alert to do a video for them, then I'll know exactly where they're coming from. So that's just a way to stay organized. So you have that. So really, I would say for you, definitely get your domain. Definitely have an email list if you don't have it already. And also, if you don't have your website built, at least have a landing page, at least have like a page to where people can, put up a video or something. Because now people want connection. People don't just want, hey, I'm an artist, check out my music. They want connection. They want to feel you. They want to know what's going on. It's all about relationships. And I know that, I have a lot of new music that's going to be coming out that I'm working on, but I'm all about relationships with my audience. For any of you that are in on this journey with me and that's in my world, if you're on my email list, you're getting an email every week. You're getting motivation. If you're on my Twitter or any of those other things, things come out, motivational videos of me singing, like, and videos of me just keeping things real. And it's kind of a cool thing. And that's what the audience, at least my audience, I can't speak for anybody else's, they want that relationship connection. How do I know? Because they tell me that in their feedback. They tell me that when they communicate. They tell me that in surveys. They tell me that in comments. They love what's going on, and that's why I'm going to keep doing it. Even this podcast exists because of the audience. If they didn't ask me to do it, I don't know if I would have considered it. So, and that's why the podcast, I really like how it's doing, because that's what people wanted. so so really, if you're an artist at the end of the day, I know this was a lot of information. I know we started off with the artist spotlight, but it was just on it was just on my heart to share some helpful information that might help you. And even if you're not into the music business and you're doing something else, let's say you're an author or you're an other kind of entrepreneur or you're a blogger, if you want to blog, this information still applies. Get your website, get your domain, get someone to build your website, or you can build your website, have your email list so that you can connect to your audience, so that you're not fully dependent upon the platforms. Having the platforms are great too, don't get me wrong, but it can't be your only source. So that's my 2 cents for the day. All right. So hope you enjoyed the artist spotlight and a little words of wisdom from Steve Ryan. That wraps it up for artist spotlight on Fired Up Friday. Woohoo! Up Friday will be right back after these messages. Come and get your I Am Strong merch. Make yourself feel good and feel better. All right? Come on over to steveryan.com today. Basically, we had a small commercial break because it was one more thing I want to say to you. Basically, believe in yourself, believe in what you can do. Be honest with yourself. You got this. You can do this. One thing that I love about what's going on is so many great mentor type of places out there in the world. It's so many. And I'm really feeling it on my heart to do an episode about that, like the different mentor things. Because even though I'm here to help and I'm here to present people, I still have mentors myself as well. That's called evolving. Sometimes we have to get out of our own heads, All right, that's my last tidbit. I'll see you later. Bye. Are you ready to feel good? Are you ready to feel inspired? Then come and get your I Am Strong merch. It's smooth on the skin. And guess what? When you wear it, people will be asking, where did you get that shirt? Where did you get those clothes? And you can say, I am strong. Come on over to steveryan.com today.